everyone, this is Steph from Art by Bedell. I'm here to share with you today a page I'm doing in my Wanderlust journal here, this one. And what I'm playing with, I have these two pages. I want to do a double spread and I want to make some flowers. I have, our theme for this week is the finer things. So for my finer tools, the finer things, I'm going to use this skewer. I'm going to use my air duster with this long tube on it. And I'm going to use my acrylic inks that have this applicator here, the eyedropper thing. And I want to make a collage first on here. I have chosen some neutral papers with green and brown and some white, some print. And the first thing I'm going to do is collage this whole thing with these papers. So I'm going to use matte medium, golden matte medium. I don't have much left. I'm hoping I have enough to do. If not, I have PVA glue I can use or something. So I'm just going to apply my papers here in a random type order. Put this one here all the way across. Right away we'll get the flow going. I tend to have better luck when I'm applying my collage papers if I put the glue on both the page that I'm putting the paper on and on the paper, and then going over top of it with another layer. It just seems to seal it on there better for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some matte paper here that I've already done some work on with adding a few colors like the yellow and the brown. A little bit of stencil work is on it. And then on one piece of it, which is this one, it has some modeling paste on it with a fern stencil. A lot of times, and not always, but a lot of times, I like to balance it out by starting with, it depends on the size of the layout too, with two pieces of the same paper. They can be different sizes, and I don't like to put them side by side, usually kind of opposite. So this one's down here and this one's up here. And then I like to get some print in there also. So let's add, and everything can be upside down, turned around crooked. It doesn't even matter. Sometimes I get to the point where it's hard to get them so that they're opposite each other too. That's called poor planning, I think. There we go. Brown paper here, down here in this corner. Then I have some paper, some of my cleanup paper. And let's see, what do I want to go back in with? Maybe another piece of this brown would be good. And this brown paper is just some packaging paper. Could almost have used another type of paper. Let's put some of this down here. A little smaller maybe. There we go. And not every hole has to be covered with paper. I did apply a layer of gesso to my page before I started. These pages in this handmade journal that I had made are thin pages. They're not real thick. Let's put this over here. All right, so I have this pretty well done. What I want to do now is to dry it, and then I'll be back. I'm going to find something to put in here. It might just be the back side of my printed paper. All right, there we have it. Our collage is down. I will go dry this and be back. All right, so it's dry, and my next step here that I'm doing is to add some gesso in between where all the papers connect. The reason behind that is to make it look like they're all like one element, so that they're kind of running together. Now, it's not truly going to, but it's going to give the appearance that it's all blended together, and that's what I'm after. So I will do this. Before I go ahead and dry it now, I want to just scratch into the wet gesso and give it a little texture. And now I will take my heat gun and dry it. I have my Micron pen. It's a Pigma brush pen. Let's see if it has a size on it. No, it doesn't. And normally I would add like my mark making more toward the end of my project, well, at the end of my project. And I might add some at the end too, but I know that my flower bouquet is going to be more open down here and the flowers branching out here. So I want to get some textures, some elements that you're going to look deep into behind my flowers. So that's the reason behind doing some of my mark making before. I'm going to take a finer pen, and this is just a ballpoint pen, and add some lines also. All right, so I also added some acrylic writing here. Now I want to add my flowers. So for my flowers, I have Liquitex Crimson and Yellow Oxide, Artist Loft Orange, De La Rowney Sap Green. I'm going to start with adding my red first, my crimson first. And we'll see how this goes because I'm not going to have control. Then I want to add a little bit of the yellow oxide in the center of my flowers. And then I want to add some orange flowers. And I want to add some green leaves. So this is my sap green. All right, so I think before I go ahead, because I want to add some yellow to those orange flowers, but I want it to be dry first because I noticed with the red turned orange. So I'm going to put a little bit more red on this flower here. Maybe a little bit more than that. That helps. So I will dry this. All right, now I'll go back in and add some yellow. Now I'm going to take this skewer and I am going to add some little flowers in between everything and get some stems going here and there. So I'll put some green ink out for my stems, or even maybe I'll mix a little of the green with this oxide, this yellow oxide, just to have a little different color of green. Okay, let's see what we can do with making some stems for our flowers. Okay, I think we'll let that be as far as the stems go. And let's just get a little bit of the yellow oxide ink out if we can. And then we will dab into that with a blunt end and see if we can't make some little flowers in different, just as a filler, like you would if you were making a bouquet and you added a filler of baby's breath. We're going to add a filler of whatever we want to call these flowers. There are flowers. Okay, and I'll dry that. Now I want to define our flowers, and I'm going to use my Micron 08, maybe, and hopefully and it's just loosely, guys. We just want this to bring the idea of flowers to mind. And leaves. Okay guys, there we have it. There is our bouquet of flowers, and we used our finer detail things to create our page. And it was fun, it was play. I hope you have enjoyed this, and we shall see you again soon. Bye now.